And I'm also pleased to announce that as we speak, the transfer of F-16 jets is underway, coming from Denmark, coming from the Netherlands. And those jets will be flying in the skies of Ukraine this summer to make sure that Ukraine can continue to effectively defend itself against the Russian aggression.
As we have just seen, on July 10, 2024, Secretary of State Antony Blinken announced the delivery of F-16 fighter jets to Ukraine. This announcement marks the end of a long wait for Ukraine. President Zelensky had been advocating for over 18 months for Western jets to bolster the country's small and aging Soviet-era Air Force, which pales in comparison to Russia's fleet. In his address, Zelensky expressed his gratitude to Denmark, the Netherlands, and the United States for their practical steps of assistance. Other nations, like Norway and Belgium, are expected to contribute these fighter jets in the near future. These modern multi-role aircraft, equipped with advanced radar systems and missile technology, are expected to significantly enhance Ukraine's ability to defend its airspace and support ground operations. The first deliveries of the F-16s are expected to begin in the summer of 2024, with initial batches anticipated to arrive by the end of the year. But why is Ukraine in such urgent need of F-16 fighter jets? When the country gained independence in 1991, it inherited a fleet of Soviet-designed aircraft, primarily the MiG-29 Fulcrum and the Su-27 Flanker. These planes served as the backbone of the Ukrainian Air Force for decades. However, best estimates suggest that the nation had fewer than 80 aircraft in total, so its air capabilities were already limited. This limitation was especially stark when compared to Russia's aerospace forces, which boast approximately 900 tactical aircraft. The shortcomings of Ukraine's Air Force became even more evident following Russia's invasion on February 24, 2022. Since the onset of the conflict, the nation has suffered significant losses, with over 300 aircraft, including drones, reportedly destroyed or damaged. Additionally, Ukraine faces significant challenges in maintaining and repairing these aging Soviet-era jets, as Russia is the primary producer of their spare parts. This dependency further complicates the country's ability to keep its air force operational. This stark reality underscores the urgent need for Ukraine to modernize and diversify its military assets. Introducing Western-made F-16 fighter jets represents a crucial step in this direction. Just a quick moment before we unveil the rest. If you're new here, consider subscribing to this channel. Stay up to date and never miss out on the latest insights. The MiG-29, Su-27, and F-16 were all introduced during the late Cold War era. On paper, the capabilities of the jets that Ukraine currently operates have much in common with the American fighter. The MiG-29 and Su-27 were specifically designed with a focus on air superiority and dogfighting, making them faster and more maneuverable in certain aspects compared to the F-16. However, the American aircraft is a versatile multi-role platform capable of performing both air-to-air and air-to-ground missions. While the MiG-29 and Su-27 can reach higher speeds, the F-16's design incorporates advanced avionics and electronic warfare systems, providing a significant tactical advantage. Additionally, its maneuverability, although slightly less than the MiG-29 and Su-27 in terms of speed, is enhanced by its fly-by-wire system, allowing precise control and agility during combat. So, you might wonder, if the F-16 isn't dramatically superior to Ukraine's existing aircraft in terms of flight performance, why have its pilots been so eager to fly it? The primary reason lies in the age and technological disparity between the aircraft. The MiG-29 and Su-27 jets operated by Ukraine are older models compared to the more modern versions in Russian service. These older planes are equipped with outdated radar and weapon systems that lag behind the advanced technology found in Russia's aircraft. The F-16s, with their advanced radar and electronic warfare capabilities, would significantly enhance Ukraine's situational awareness and combat effectiveness. Let's now look at the specific advantages that this jet will offer. The fighter is renowned for its speed and agility, capable of reaching speeds up to Mach 2, approximately 1,500 miles per hour. This high-speed capability allows it to engage enemy targets quickly and evade potential threats. The aircraft's maneuverability is another key feature. It includes a frameless bubble canopy for better visibility, a side-mounted control stick for easier handling, and a relaxed static stability fly-by-wire flight control system that makes it highly responsive to pilot inputs. These features collectively enhance the pilot's situational awareness and control during intense dogfights and complex aerial maneuvers. Another significant advantage of this jet is its sophisticated radar systems. Equipped with advanced radar, it can detect and track enemy aircraft at much greater distances than the radars on Ukraine's MiG-29 and Su-27 jets. This extended range allows Ukrainian pilots to identify and engage threats sooner, improving their situational awareness and combat effectiveness. As mentioned earlier, the multi-role functionality of this aircraft is a significant asset. It is designed to perform both air-to-air and air-to-ground missions effectively. For air-to-air combat, it is equipped with a variety of missiles including the AIM-120 AMRAAM and the AIM-9 Sidewinder. The AIM-120 AMRAAM is a state-of-the-art air-to-air missile with fire-and-forget capability. This means that once launched, the missile uses its radar to find and strike targets independently, allowing pilots to maneuver away immediately after firing. The AIM-9 Sidewinder is a short-range air-to-air missile that utilizes infrared homing to track and engage enemy aircraft by detecting the heat signatures from engines, making it highly effective in close-range engagements. In air-to-ground roles, the jet can carry a wide range of munitions, including precision-guided bombs like the GBU-12 Paveway 2 and air-to-surface missiles such as the AGM-65 Maverick. These weapons allow the aircraft to conduct precision strikes against ground targets, including enemy fortifications, vehicles, and infrastructure. The ability to carry out suppression of enemy air defenses missions is enhanced by its compatibility with the AGM-88 HARM missile, which targets and destroys enemy radar installations. This fighter also excels in electronic warfare, an increasingly important aspect of modern combat. Its advanced electronic warfare systems can jam enemy radar and communications, disrupt missile guidance systems, and provide countermeasures against incoming threats. These capabilities protect both the aircraft and ground forces, enhancing overall mission success. Beyond their technical specifications, these jets offer another crucial benefit: enhancing Ukraine's interoperability with NATO forces. The delivery of these aircraft marks a significant step towards integrating Ukraine's military operations with those of other allied countries. Interoperability is vital in modern military operations, enabling different nations' armed forces to work together seamlessly. By incorporating these fighter jets into its air force, Ukraine aligns itself with the military standards and practices of its Western partners. The F-16 is widely used by many NATO countries, including the United States, Belgium, and the Netherlands. This commonality allows for standardized training, maintenance, and operational procedures, which are essential for coordinated military efforts. Additionally, using the same aircraft as its allies facilitates logistical support, as spare parts, ammunition, and technical support are readily available within the alliance's extensive supply chains. Adopting these jets also signifies a deeper strategic alignment with the alliance. As Ukraine modernizes its military to these standards, it strengthens its candidacy for future NATO membership, demonstrating its commitment to Western defense norms and collaborative security efforts. However, achieving this level of operational integration presents its own set of challenges, particularly in terms of training. While the benefits of these new aircraft are clear, the process of achieving full operational capability is complex. Military experts highlight that the path to achieving air superiority will be gradual and requires substantial effort. There are significant challenges that Ukraine and its Western allies need to overcome, one of which is the fundamental change required in the operation of the Ukrainian Air Force. This transformation demands considerable time and resources, which the country might lack. Adequate training for Ukrainian pilots is crucial, and this process is complicated by the language barrier. Those selected for the initial round of training were chosen based on their strong English language skills. Others will need several months of language instruction before they can even begin flight training. Additionally, the number of trainees is limited, not only because of language skills but also due to the need to maintain a sufficient number of personnel on the battlefield. This factor further extends the training timeline. The language barrier impacts more than just the training itself. Training documents, technical manuals, maintenance procedures, and schedules are not readily available in Ukrainian. Although these materials will eventually be translated, the process will take a considerable amount of time. This delay affects not only the aircraft documents, but also the manuals for weapons, radar systems, and support equipment. The comprehensive program for F-16 pilots spans up to 18 months and includes both classroom instruction and hands-on flight experience. Initially, trainees attend ground school to learn the theoretical aspects of aircraft operations. Following this, they move to basic flight sessions, which start with daytime flights under optimal weather conditions. The next crucial phase involves combat training. In the United States, a group of Ukrainian aviators completed their initial F-16 instruction at the Morris Air National Guard Base in Arizona by the end of May 2024. Additional personnel continue their preparation there, with more expected to graduate by the end of the year. Meanwhile, in Europe, Ukrainian forces are also receiving F-16 instruction in countries such as Romania, Denmark, France, and the United Kingdom. This distributed approach accelerates the process and leverages the expertise and facilities of multiple NATO member states. Equally important as pilot training is the preparation of ground crews to maintain these advanced jets. The maintenance of these aircraft is far more complex and demanding than that of Soviet-era planes. For every hour an F-16 spends in flight, it requires up to 17 hours of maintenance. This includes routine checks, repairs, and the replacement of parts to ensure the aircraft remains in peak operational condition. Training ground crews involves extensive education in aircraft maintenance procedures, diagnostics, and the use of specialized equipment. This training can take even longer than pilot preparation, often exceeding a year to achieve full competency. Logistical challenges also play a significant role. The F-16 requires a steady supply of spare parts, advanced tools, and diagnostic equipment. Establishing a reliable logistics chain is critical to ensure that all necessary components are available when needed. To address these challenges in the short term, Western countries, particularly the United States, have proposed using contract maintenance personnel to support Ukrainian operations until local crews are fully trained. This approach helps mitigate the risk of having grounded aircraft due to insufficient maintenance capabilities. Another significant challenge is the infrastructure required to support operations for these advanced jets. Unlike Soviet-era aircraft designed for austere environments, F-16s need well-maintained, smooth runways to operate safely. This necessitates substantial upgrades to Ukraine's existing airfields. Runway resurfacing is a priority, ensuring that the surfaces can handle the high speeds and weight of these jets during takeoffs and landings. Additionally, the airfields must be equipped with advanced navigation and communication systems compatible with the aircraft's avionics. Beyond runways, airbases require enhanced security measures to protect these valuable assets from potential Russian missile strikes. This involves building reinforced shelters, installing advanced air defense systems, and establishing secure perimeter defenses. The need for centralized maintenance facilities also demands significant infrastructure investments, including climate-controlled hangars and specialized maintenance bays. Conducting these upgrades without attracting undue attention from Russian forces presents a strategic challenge. Dispersed airfield operations, a tactic used with older Soviet-era jets, are less viable with these modern fighters due to their specific infrastructure needs. This makes the upgraded bases potential targets, necessitating robust defensive measures. Let's now look at how these jets can transform the battlefield. The introduction of the F-16 is expected to significantly alter the dynamics of the conflict by enhancing the country's ability to achieve local air superiority. This means the capability to dominate the airspace over specific areas for limited periods, which is crucial for supporting ground operations and protecting key strategic assets. The advanced radar and missile systems of these aircraft will allow Ukrainian pilots to detect, track, and engage enemy planes from greater distances than their current Soviet-era jets can manage. This technological edge will enable the country's forces to challenge Russian air operations more effectively, reducing the risk of enemy air dominance in contested areas. This will lead to more effective offensive and defensive missions, providing crucial air support to ground troops and disrupting enemy supply lines and reinforcements. On a broader strategic level, the presence of these jets can shift the balance of power in the region. The inability of the opposing forces to establish air supremacy has already been a surprising aspect of the conflict. With the addition of these modern fighters, Ukraine can further exploit this weakness, potentially leading to more significant strategic gains. Achieving air superiority is only part of the equation. The deployment of these jets will also significantly impact ground and naval operations. On the ground, Aircraft equipped with precision-guided munitions will greatly enhance the ability to conduct targeted strikes against enemy positions, supply depots, and command centers. The versatility of these jets means they can provide close air support to ground forces, which often face devastation from enemy attack helicopters and fixed-wing glide bombs. The introduction of these fighters could significantly alter this dynamic. In the naval domain, the impact is equally significant. The Black Sea has been a critical theater of operations, with both sides vying for control. Ukrainian forces have already managed to damage a significant percentage of the opposing fleet using existing weapons and asymmetric warfare techniques. Reports indicate that the adversary has moved its bases further from Ukrainian territory and withdrawn most vessels from the area, leaving only a minimal presence. While these moves are largely due to sustained military pressure, some experts also attribute them to the anticipated arrival of these jets. These aircraft, with advanced anti-ship missiles like the AGM-84 Harpoon, pose a formidable threat to enemy naval forces. This capability allows for targeting hostile vessels from considerable distances, disrupting maritime operations and reducing the threat to coastal areas and shipping routes. Moreover, the ability to conduct aerial surveillance and reconnaissance with these jets will enhance situational awareness in the Black Sea region. This improved intelligence capability enables more precise targeting of enemy vessels and installations, further tipping the naval balance in favor of Ukrainian forces. As we have seen, the F-16 can bring several advantages on the battlefield, which is why President Zelensky has been requesting them since the war began. So what's the holdup? Why haven't these jets been dispatched to Ukraine as quickly as Zelensky had hoped? The answer lies in the adversary, Russia. Russian officials have continuously cautioned that sending F-16s could significantly escalate the conflict. Deputy Foreign Minister Alexander Grushko warned that supplying these jets to Ukraine involves enormous risks for the countries involved, describing it as a step up the escalation ladder and accusing Western powers of seeking a more intense confrontation. Sergei Lavrov, the Russian Foreign Affairs Minister, has also expressed grave concerns, labeling the delivery of F-16s as a potential nuclear threat. He argued that since these jets can be equipped with nuclear weapons, their presence in Ukraine could be seen as a direct threat to Russian security. This rhetoric is part of a broader strategy by Russia to deter Western support for Ukraine by raising the specter of nuclear escalation. Historically, Russia's reaction to Western military aid to Ukraine has involved a mix of aggressive rhetoric and military actions aimed at testing and intimidating NATO allies. For example, after the delivery of advanced Western artillery systems to Ukraine, Russia responded with increased missile strikes on Ukrainian infrastructure. Similar reactions can be expected with the arrival of F-16s, potentially including intensified air and missile strikes against Ukrainian airfields and attempts to target these advanced jets directly. This explains why the journey of the F-16 fighter jets to Ukraine has been relatively slow. The decision to supply these aircraft to Ukraine underscores a profound commitment from Western allies, highlighting their unwavering support for Ukraine in its defense against Russian aggression. The United States has been instrumental in this initiative, facilitating the transfer of these jets from countries like Denmark and the Netherlands. Denmark has pledged to send 19 F-16s, with the first 6 jets expected to arrive by the end of the year. The Netherlands, which maintains an inventory of 42 aircraft, has also committed to providing a number of these jets to bolster Ukraine's air capabilities. Recently, Greece has also expressed readiness to send 32 jets to Ukraine. But the international support for Ukraine extends beyond just fighter jets. NATO allies have been supplying a diverse range of military aid, including advanced artillery systems, air defense mechanisms, and precision-guided munitions. This comprehensive support package is aimed at significantly enhancing Ukraine's overall combat effectiveness and resilience. The geopolitical ramifications of this support are substantial. By equipping Ukraine with cutting-edge military technology, NATO aims to deter further Russian aggression and stabilize the region. This initiative also signifies a long-term commitment to Ukraine's security, aligning with broader strategic goals of integrating Ukraine more closely with Western defense structures. However, this substantial support comes with inherent risks. Currently, it's unclear how far Ukraine will be able to use these jets to strike targets within Russian territory or airspace. The U.S. had previously expressed concerns about potential escalation but has somewhat relaxed its stance to allow strikes on Russian targets using long-range artillery. The potential for Russia to escalate in response to these F-16 deliveries could lead to a broader conflict involving NATO members. Therefore, Western allies must carefully navigate this complex geopolitical landscape, balancing their support for Ukraine with the imperative to avoid a direct military confrontation with Russia.